Hello friends, today we are going to tell you a story in which you will know why a person should develop the habit of speaking less. Listen to it carefully because this story is going to change your life. Friends, this story is about a young man who used to get very angry and he used to say anything to anyone in anger. But due to excessive anger and useless speaking, sometimes his family members used to feel very sad that he does not even understand what should be said in anger and what should not be said. The young man's father was very upset with his speaking too much. The father of that young man came to know that a Buddhist monk has come to the forest. He takes his son to him and says, "Munavar, please explain to him. He talks a lot. Even after I forbid him, his mouth keeps on moving throughout the day. I try to make him understand that he should learn to speak less and remain silent, but he does not learn, and every time because of him, there are fights and quarrels at many places." The Buddhist Mahatma smiled and said, "I will explain the answer to this question to you with the help of a story, but you both must listen carefully." The sannyasi continued and said that my guru had a disciple who was very talkative. He used to talk about random things all the time and never remained quiet. When he used to go for alms, he would bring a new story from every house and would tell it to the other disciples of the ashram and would speak ill of one disciple to another. He would gossip and try to be good in front of others and would keep praising himself with his own mouth and always try to prove himself the most intelligent and the best in front of the guru. He considered himself to be the greatest of all the disciples. He used to say that I am a child of a rich family. If I wanted, I could live a comfortable and luxurious life. But I left all that and came here because I want to search for the truth, know myself, know life. One day the guru called all the disciples of the ashram and said that all of you have to take a resolution for the next 1 month. This will strengthen your determination and you will have self-power. All of you can take any resolution according to your convenience, and if before 1 month any of you whose resolution breaks, then he can come back to his old routine. All the disciples took resolutions according to their strength, and after telling the guru about their resolutions, left from there. But that disciple who wanted to show himself as different from everyone else. He reached the guru's hut directly and said, "I do not want to take any small resolution, but want to take another great resolution like myself. Please tell me what resolution I should take." Hearing this, the guru smiled and said, "Will you be able to fulfill the resolution given by me? Will it be possible for you to fulfill it? Probably not. It will not be possible for you. You will not be able to fulfill it. That is why you should find a resolution yourself." The disciple said, "Whatever resolution you give me, I will definitely fulfill it." The guru said, "Okay, then you remain silent for the next 1 month and will not utter a single word. This is your resolution." The disciple said, "Gurudev, is this even a resolution? This is very easy. You give me a resolution which is equal to my ability." The guru said, "First, you fulfill this resolution." The disciple accepted the guru's words and he became silent at that very moment and turned around and went out of the hut. It seemed very easy to him to remain silent. Somehow, he spent 1 day silently. But from the second day onwards, the burden of not speaking started increasing in his mind. And on the third day, he started feeling heaviness, and on the fourth day, a strange restlessness started inside him. Because all the disciples around the ashram were talking to each other, he also wanted to present his side in front of them, but his resolution was coming in his way. That is why he would just make eyes all day. In this way, a few more days passed, and that disciple fell ill. His head was bursting. He did not even feel like eating or drinking. He just wanted to speak. He went to the guru and, sitting in front of him, told him through gestures, "Gurudev, I want to speak. I am not able to breathe without speaking. I am not able to breathe without speaking. I am getting suffocated inside. I am going mad inside. What should I do? Should I break my resolution?" On reading this, the guru smiled and said, Resolutions are not meant to be broken, but the one who fulfills his resolution. He increases his inner strength, and the one who increases his inner strength, he moves forward on the path of society and awakening. Taking the resolution was in your hands, and breaking it is also in your hands. Many of your brothers have broken their resolutions and returned to their old routine. If you are not able to do it, then you too can break the resolution and return to your old routine. But remember, if today you are not able to handle this small resolution, then how will you be able to handle the rest of your life? The rest of the decision is completely in your hands. This statement of the guru hurt the disciple's heart. He went back from there without saying anything and locked himself in his hut. He would come out of the hut only for his important work. The rest of the time, he remained sitting inside the hut. 15 days had passed, and the resolution of almost all the disciples of the ashram had been broken by now, but his resolution was still going on. He did not speak a single word since taking the resolution. The entire ashram was surprised that how could a person who spoke so much become silent. After 15 days, he again went to his guru and wrote to him, "Gurudev, I am silent from outside, but there are many voices inside me. There are many cries and complaints. I keep talking inside. My mind asks many kinds of questions. As much calm as I am from outside, I am equally noisy from inside. Does the resolution still remain like this?" The guru said, "Yes, your sankalp is still going on. But as long as this voice of people keeps coming in your ears, your mind will remain unsettled because it is a habit. You may remain silent from outside, but you will keep talking inside. You should stay away from these talks and these voices." The disciple bows to the guru and leaves from there, and as soon as it is morning, he leaves his hut and goes towards the forest. Many days pass. The time of sankalp also gets over, but the disciple did not return. Everyone in the ashram was afraid that some wild animal might have eaten him. Meanwhile, a lot of efforts were made to find him, but he was not found anywhere. The guru brothers had assumed that the wild animals had made him their prey, but the guru did not believe so. One day another disciple of the ashram came to the guru and said, "Gurudev, what could have happened to our more talkative brother? Could the animals have killed him?" The guru said that it is possible that the animals may have made him their prey, but there is another reason for his not returning. Perhaps he has found what he had gone for. Then the disciple asked, "Is the guru so harmful?" The guru said, "He said that among the many sorrows of a human being's life, one sorrow is that he can never remain silent. He always has to speak something or the other. More than half of our sorrows are caused only because of our speaking. None of us should remain silent. We just want to tell the other person. Whatever is in our mind, we want to take it out and put it in his mind. We want to make him understand that you are wrong and I am right. In this way, this work of listening and hearing continues throughout life. But in not understanding, we waste our time, our life, our understanding, and the most important and precious moments that can be lived. Those which can be experienced, those in which happiness can be attained, we lose all these. But what do we get in return? Everything is wasted and wasted, the disciple asked. Then what is the solution to this? The guru said. This is the only way to see your thoughts with full awareness. Contemplating all the mental problems in the present, doing your work with full awareness brings miraculous changes in life. After that, the disciple got the answers to his questions from the guru and bowed to him and left from there. 3 months had passed, but there was no news of him. By now, all the guru brothers had also given up hope of his return. But one day, he returned to the ashram. But now he had gone from here. He had returned as something else. An amazing change could be felt inside him. There was an amazing stillness on his face and peace made of sparkle in his eyes. I talked to the brothers. I talked to you. I am speaking. I am leaving. I am watching everything. But I am completely alone within myself. Even then, I am alone and solitary from within those who are always busy and talking to each other. They never want to listen to each other. They never want to understand. And they have never learnt to remain silent because being silent makes them feel small. The reason for all the fights in the world is our speaking. That is why we should speak only as much as is necessary, because speaking uselessly is a waste of energy. And this speaking never allows us to return to our inner self, because it keeps us pulled towards the outside, and what else is there outside except this world? But if we want to turn towards our inner world, then we should keep this mouth shut. That is why all the enlightened ones ran towards solitude so that they did not have to speak much or listen much. They remained in solitude and remained calm so that they could easily travel within. But if someone wants, he can live in solitude and remain calm even while living in this world. But for this, he will have to save his energy, which he was wasting in his useless words till now. Friends, the lesson of this story is that speaking uselessly is wasting energy. Speaking too much and uselessly does not allow us to return to our inner self, because it keeps us bent towards the outside and those who want to travel within. The Buddhist guru came and told that person to come to his hut tomorrow morning after taking a bath. Then the prince thought that there might be some problem. Seeing this, later when the prince went to his guru after taking a bath in the morning, he told the prince some things. He told him about the places where the prince should remain silent and where he should speak. The guru said that if you remain silent at these places, your life will change. First, do not speak without any facts. There are many people who go anywhere and keep saying anything to anyone, but due to their words, there is a dispute at some places. So let me tell you that when you go somewhere and there you do not know about all those things about which you want to tell someone, then you should not tell the wrong thing about that person there. Because if you tell the wrong thing and later on they face problems, then you may have a problem there. Second, your words should not hurt any other person. When you joke with someone or you joke with your friends, there are some words which hurt them a lot. So let me tell you that you should not talk to your friends or relatives in such a way that your words hurt them, and you may get into trouble there. So whenever you talk, you should be careful about what you say, and at the same time, you must use some form of address there. Third, do not speak to anyone in anger. You must have seen in your own society or in your relatives that when a candidate is angry, even if you ask him something good, he says something more hurtful in nervousness. So I want to give you a suggestion that whenever you are angry, do not say anything good or bad to anyone. Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, when a snake was harassed by people in the jungle, the snake went to a king's house and was showing his anger. When he was left by the people, he went to the king's court and kept on hugging and biting his own body. This teaches us that whenever you get angry, it will only harm you. So never think of getting angry, and whenever you are angry, calm your mind a little and then speak to someone. Fourth, when someone insults you, you should remain silent. You must have seen that there are many people who become angry when someone insults them. So, they should not be like this. Let me tell you that when someone insults you, you will either have to remain silent or leave the place without saying anything, so that the person who was insulting you will become silent himself and will think that we were saying wrong, and his personality will also fall in the eyes of the people. So, whenever someone insults you, you should remain silent. Fifth, when someone is harmed by your words, just like you read above, when there is a joke going on between people, whether it is a friend or a relative, if you make fun of someone, then there can be a little calm atmosphere at that time. But when you are talking and there you use some such words which are not good for the other person, then you should not say anything there which hurts them and you fall in their eyes. Sixth, talk without shouting. If you talk to a person and that person is shouting, then you do not understand what he is saying and you also get angry. So in the same way, do not shout at a person, which can cause them trouble, and you can fall in their eyes. Keep in mind that you should never shout in front of anyone. You should speak very quietly so that your respect increases in the eyes of the people and people respect you more. 7th, when a person is not in front of you, do not say anything about a third person. You must have seen in your society, relatives, friends, all these places that when two people keep talking, they keep saying something good or bad about a third person, but you should not do this. Suppose the person in front of you is talking about a third person. Then a time can come when the same person can say good or bad about you to another person, so you should never say anything about a third person to the person in front of you. 8th, when no one understands your feelings. When you are in pain and sorrow, you think that if you tell someone about your pain, then your pain might end. So let me tell you that when you tell someone about your pain or suffering, there are some people who do not like all this, and they do not understand your feelings. So it will be better if you don't talk in front of him, because no matter how much you talk, he doesn't listen to you quietly and doesn't want to understand. So you should never tell your sorrows and pains to that person. You should express your sorrows and pains to the person who can understand your feelings completely. 9th, when a person expresses his sorrows, then he should tell you. When a person talks to you and he tells his sorrow, then do not try to show him the way. You just listen to what he says and understand, because that person is not asking you to find a way to remove him from this sorrow. Rather, he thinks that we can get some peace by expressing our sorrows, so you should remain silent at these places. 10th, when a person is speaking ill of a third person in front of you. When a person meets you and while talking to that person, he starts speaking ill about a third person, then you should not speak to him at that time, because when that person can speak ill about a third person in front of you, then the same person can go to another person and speak ill about you too. So when he is speaking ill, you should not say anything to him at that time and should only listen to him. 11th, do not talk where people with evil nature live. There are some people in your society, friends and relatives, who have a lot of evil nature. When you progress, they suffer, so you should never talk to these people with evil nature, whether it is about sadness or happiness. If you tell them about sadness, then a time can come when they can say something good or bad to you because of your sadness. So you must protect yourself from such people. 12th, do not tell anyone the secret of your success. When people prepare for something or want to do some work, then before completing that work, they tell people that we are going to do this. But if you have been doing this till now, then do not do it now, because when you do something for your work or success, then first of all, you should celebrate those successes. When you get success, then people can know and come to know by themselves. So whenever you are preparing for something or take the responsibility of starting some work, then do not tell anyone about those works and preparations, whether it is a relative, a friend, or a close friend. Do not tell in front of anyone. With this, we end this video. Friends, I hope you have learners something good from this story. How did you like this story? Please tell us by commenting in the comment box, and also share this story with your friends so that they can also learn something from this story. And please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Durga Motivational Story Hub. Then we will meet again with new information in a new story video. Till then, thank you all from the bottom of my heart.